want to print the out complete HTML form. And just we have written only H1 tag. I want to write complete form there. So complete HTML means multi-line strings there. So better I can go like this. So HTML head title sample Django title, then close the header part, body. I'll take div tag h1. Welcome to Django /h1 /div body HTML. Once done, just refresh the page. So div inside heading. Now if required, and I can write the styles also. Just I can use the style tag /style. Okay, div. What properties we can apply? ఏమిద్దాం div అంటే okay, so first I'll take some margin. What is the meaning of this? 10px 50px means what is 10, what is 50?
Top margin, bottom margin, sir.
Suppose if I have given only the values like this, now what it means?
Four sides, sir. Left, right,
What is the first
left,
value?
top,
10px?
top,
What is the first value? 10px. Hmm? ఎట్లా మర్చిపోతే clockwise direction, first value top, second one right, third one bottom, fourth one left. Suppose if we give only two values, చేతులు ఏందో డాన్స్ లేసినట్టు ఊపితే ఎట్లా 10px 50px. Now
top or right, right side, left, right, top, bottom,
so first value
top, bottom,
top and bottom, second value
left, right.
right or right and left like this. If I use only one value,
Only one value, both, sir. Four
all
side.
directions. Suppose if I want to have value margin towards right side only,
Margin right.
okay, like this we can use margin. Next I'll take some
Padding.
padding inside. Next I'll take some color, so red. I'll take background color, so light yellow something. Corners curve లాగా రావాలంటే I want to get corners as curved.
Border radius.
బా ఏం దాగొచ్చావా? So 50px So now we can have the styles. Okay, అది కొంచెం US నుంచి రావాలి, టైం పడుతుంది. So now you can have the things there. So border 3px solid red something like. And for H1 I want to apply some styles like text align. You can use bootstrap, whatever it is, everything you can use there. Text align center, even letter spacing, some 5px, word spacing, so 30px, something like I can define the properties here. So they will apply.
So PX percentage
Percentage అంటే total దీంట్లో it will take percentage. px అంటే pixel value. So we can give like this. Even I will define font size 3em, something like. Now suppose I want to apply some shadow for this box. Shadow 10px. If I want to apply shadow for text shadow, everything you can implement there. So the shadows and the properties will be applied like that. Okay, na? So box shadow, text shadow, and the thing here is, so whatever the code you want, you can write inside. Just write the file there, and once the file is modified, then we can write here, save and run the application as so HTTP localhost. Just give the view name, it will work. That's it. Even you can integrate with bootstrap. మనకి ఏం కావాలంటే అవి రాసుకోవచ్చు. So inside that written HTTP response, we are writing the content and we are presenting. But writing content inside a function return value, code is lengthy. Okay, na? So that's why what we can do, just we can remove the code here. We can remove the code, and I will take something like a variable. I will take HTML data. Inside this variable, I will write the code. Inside this variable, I will write the code. And whatever the HTML content inside the variable, now what I want to do, I want to print for the user. So just I will say, what is the variable name? Return HTML data. So whatever the content available inside that variable, that content will be printed for the user. So like this, in views.py, you can create any number of views. Views.py, we can create any number of views, and whatever the view we want, we can create and work with. Whatever the view we want, we can create and work with it like this we can. So the view was created as a normal Python function. So we call it a function-based view. Okay, in a page, you can create any number of views. Even I can create 30, 40, 50, 100, 1,000 views also you can create. But by seeing this program, can you find any limitation, drawback?
It should not be same views.
Views name must be different, because function names means no two functions can have same name. Okay, that's not the drawback there. So by writing the logic like this, can we find any limitation? Any drawback or any limitation there? Or do we find any difficulty while creating with? And limitation in creating the views. Any limitations?
No, sir. No limitation at view. N number of means function you can create under views file.
Hmm? Okay. Now let's see. Working with multiple function-based views. Of course, we are creating them as functions. So views dot py. So here, suppose I have created like define view one. Define view one. I have created like inside view one. Okay, na? So your file may have any number of views. Okay. Now I will take one more view. Define view two. So inside view two. Like this, I will create a third view. Define view three. And here I will write like inside view three. Any number of views we can create. Now tell me, is there any drawback? Okay, we will do it. No problem. We'll create.
Okay, then we don't see. Text, same non text.
Okay, design, I will use a different text align properties, different colors. Each view I will define different things. So still, is there any limitation?
No, sir. No limitation here.
So when we are creating multiple views like this, and every view you want to create such a type of data, lengthy HTML code, it will make your file more clumsy, more complex. And every file you are writing like this. You started the variable here, and the variable has ended, and then you are writing return HTTP response. And I want to write the complete HTML output inside the view. In like this, if there are some 50 views available, writing a code like this in each and every view, like you take our college website, faculty.html, courses.html, faculty about.html, facilities.events.html. Every HTML content will create as a view. There we are creating as .html files. Here what we will do, define home of request, home page, about us.html code. Define courses of request, courses.html code. Define faculty of request, faculty.html. So how many lines of content is there? Okay, every page, how many lines of content is there? If every content you are writing inside a view, ఇప్పుడు ఇదంతా మనం ఒక వ్యూలో రాస్తున్నామంటే how much code it is? So it will make our view more and more complex. That's why they introduced the concept of templates. Instead of writing the HTML code inside a view, everything is created as a separate HTML page. Whatever the page we want, we can load and run. Of course, we'll see later how to work with HTML pages, templates. But now let's see how to work with multiple views. I'm not going to write all these things. Okay. define view 1. What is the parameter? Every function will take a parameter. What is that? The return type. Return HTTP response. So it will take a request object as parameter. And inside what we will write? Return HTTP response. So just I will write something like h1 align equal to center inside view1 slash h1. So like this, I will create 3 views there. Define view 2 of request inside view 2. Similarly, view 3 of request inside view 3. 3 different views we have created. So once the views are created, ఇప్పుడు చూడండి, now it is not showing run with control break something like. It is showing some error. Ain't error? So what it
Previous
is?
programming. Control C, sir. Stop the server.
Actually, yesterday what we did, we have created a view called welcome. For that welcome, we have created the URL. But now views.py, it does not contain a view called welcome. That's why no attribute named welcome available in views.py. That's what it is showing. And here we have created 3 views like this. Now for each view, we have to create a separate URL. Whatever the views available here, for each view, for those views only, we have to declare the URLs. URLs where we have to declare. So it is declared in URLs.
Project level.
Where URLs.py available?
Project.
Project folder. Okay. So now we will go to the project folder here, and there we have urls.py. So just we'll try to modify this. Now what we have to do? Actually, this URL, any name we can give. View1. So on this URL, I want to execute a view whose name is view1. Similarly, path view2. On this URL, I want to execute a view whose name is view2. And then path view3. Set this URL, we have to execute view whose name is view3. Now this is the way how exactly we have to create the URLs. Once the URLs were created, now when you go to terminal, starting development server at so-and-so URL, and then quit the server with control break and a control C. Okay. Now let's try to refresh the page. Page not found. And a view called welcome not found. And how we have to run it? HTTP localhost 8000. I will give view1. When I say view1, it will run view1 there. When I say view2, it will run view2. When I say view3, it will run view3, like that. And whatever the view we want, we have to run the view like this. So save and run the application as view1, view2, view3, like this. అంటే one thing we have to remember is the view name and URL name may not be same. Same ఉండాలని rule ఏం లేదు. So here I will write something like, let's see, function view1, function view2, function view3. The view names are different, function names are different, and the URLs are different. Now let's try to run it. What it is showing, page not found. And if I want to load view1, what I have to type? Function
view1.
view1.
View.
Then it will run the first view. If I want to run view2, function view2. If I want to run view3, so we have to say function view3. This way we have to work. This way we have to work with it. But generally, if we write like this, view name is one name and URL you are giving different name, definitely it will work. But generally we will get confused. That's why most of the cases what we'll do, whatever the name we have given for the views, the same name we will give for URLs also. And for our better implementation, we can write like that. So the views name we will give like that. So it will be easy to work with. It's not that you have to give the same name. You can give any name there, but whatever the name we give, on the same name we have to run. Okay, so depending on the requirement, the user can work with multiple views here. Like this we can do. So in Django, while working with them, first we have to create a project there. Inside that project, we have to create the application. Inside the application, whatever the views we want, we have to create the views. And for those views, we have to create URLs and then we have to work with them. That's it. Now, creating a new application, instead of creating, I'll write like adding a new application to the existing project. Already I have a new application. I already in my project, there is an application called app1 available. Now I want to create one more application. How to? I want to create one more application, app2.
Okay, py manage.py start app application name, sir.
Create app, React loకి వెళ్ళిపోయారు. Start app,
application
app.
name.
అంతేనా? ఇంకేమైనా ఉందా?
py manage.py start app application name, sir. Or Python.
Python manage.py start app2.
Application.
Now we'll create a new app like this. This is the way how we are creating. And what we are doing now, terminate the project, then create a new application as below. So this is the command we'll type. Once the app is created, కొంచెం డీటెయిల్డ్ గా ఎలాబరేట్ గా ఏం చేయాలి? వన్స్ ద యాప్ ఈస్ క్రియేటెడ్, if we want to work with that application, రిజిస్టర్ వాళ్ళ దగ్గర ఉందనుకుంటాం. సో రిజిస్టర్ ద న్యూ అప్లికేషన్ టు ద ప్రాజెక్ట్ వేర్ ఇన్సైడ్ a file. settings.py. Settings.py as below. So where settings.py available?
In project, sir.
Folder. So now you can see, now I have two apps. App 1, we have migrations, init, admin, apps,
Admin apps,
models,
model,
tests.
text, view.
And when we take app 2, here also admin, apps, models, tests, views. And every app, it will have its own models.py, its own test.py, its own views.py. And a app lo the related views we are going to add there. Now open sample project settings.py. Right click, edit with IDLE. Now edit with IDLE. Okay. Now
Scroll down, sir.
scroll down.
Install F. Install F.
Called apps. Okay. Here
Apps. Apps. Space. App 2.
app 2. Register the new application inside apps list object. Okay, it's a list object. We have to register this inside.
Application.
Okay. For the previous text, we are adding this like this. Now, every application will have its own views.py. So first what I will do, modify views.py inside app1.
One.
Inside app1. First I'll modify inside app1. So to avoid confusion, I am closing it. App1 folder. So I will go to views.py. So just I will save it as app1 view. It is a view of app. So inside view of app1. Okay, na? This is the view declared inside app1. So that is the first one. Now I want to create another view inside that app2. And then views.py, same file. So go to app2 folder. Inside this app2, open views.py, edit with IDLE. Now, from Bingo na. Django, HTTP, గుర్తులేదు. From
Django.http import HTTP
import
response class name.
HTTP response.
Response.
Now, there we have declared app1 view. Now app2 view. And that view belong to app2. How to define app2 view?
App2 views. Parameters.
Request parenthesis. Okay.
Parameters. And pass.
Response
Return,
return
render,
HTTP
sorry,
response.
HTTP response,
Okay.
pass,
H1 align equal to center
center,
inside view of app2 slash H1 will write it. So this is the view of app2. Okay. For better clarity, modify views.py inside app2 as below. అయిపోయిందా? So once done, when you save, let's see the terminal. Okay. Python manage.py run server. Let's see what it is going to print. App1.views has no attribute view. And then now what we have to do? Modify
URLs.py.
Okay. URLs.py, how many apps it is available?
2 apps, sir.
Both apps, we have 2 URLs.py files. Kada? In every app, one URLs.py available. So how many URLs.py available in a project? Project folder. URLs.py available in project folder.
Project folder.
How many apps you create? There will be only one URLs.py. So edit with IDLE. Okay, I think already it's opened. Now, path. What is the view name? App1 view. So app1 view.
View dot
Dot
function name. Function name. First function name.
one. Next.
Next path.
Path.
Path parenthesis. Path name.
View.
View. Views dot function name. Another application name.
Views dot.
App to view.
For every view, we have to create a separate URL. App1.views has no attribute app2 view. Do you mean app1 view? What are the other changes we have to do? Paina?
I can use, sir, include function I can use.
From app to
import views.
Views. Okay, na? Save. Still error. That's what I told you while working with the packages and modules. When multiple packages have the same module name. So when you are importing using from import, which module it is going to access? From app1 import views and from app to import views. Views dot app1 view and views is available in both applications. So when multiple views are declared, what it is going to do? Confusion. Which view you want to access? So from app1 import views, from app to import views, views dot app1 view. And a views is available in both the applications. So which view you are accessing there? App 1 or app 2? Ambiguity. So what we have to do? Both app 1, app 2, they have the same view name, right? Okay, now. So that's why when I say views dot, which views dot? App 1 dot views or app 2 dot views?
F1.
And what we have to do now? Modular programming packages, we have different import statements available. Which import statement is better here? To avoid that confusion or something. Importing the package or module members by renaming them.
Yes, sir. A views dot as a means just like a alias name you can mention, then easily identify
Suppose this one I have given as V1.
a V1 as a
This one I have
alias name.
as V2. Now what we have to write there?
V1 V2 views dot V1 views dot V2.
ikkada ఏం work? V1. And here
V1 V2.
save. Hmm? Now let's try to run the application. So not found. So I can write it as app view 1. Oh. Hmm? And then
V2.
app to view like this. Just this way we can run it. Okay now. So once the views are created, we'll create URLs for the files. Once the URLs created, save and run the application as so. App 1 view, app 2 view like this way. Like this, we can work with multiple views. And suppose urls.py. Is there any other way to import them? Ante import app1.views
Views
as view 1. Import
F2 dot views as V2.
as v2.
V2.
Okay now. Package name dot module name as v1. Import main pack dot subpack module 1 as import main pack dot subpack dot module 2 as MSM, something we have written. Once done, run the page. Here also, you will get the same result. Output will not change. That's why different import statements we have. So we can use any import statement to run the application. So depending on our requirement, we can work with multiple views and we can implement like this. So how to work with the views in Django? This is the way how we can work with and implement them. Function-based views or functional views, what are they and how they are, we can write like this. Just to practice them. Tomorrow we'll see how to work with class-based views. Creating a view as a Python class, how to work with, we'll see in the tomorrow session. Okay, na? Clear?
Okay, sir. Sir, what is the difference between function based view and class